Let's take a look at how an agent can view and modify their schedule through the WorkFlex Intelligent mobile app. In this demo, I'm going to show you how an agent can take time off, add hours, or actually do both at the same time. I'm going to actually show you the demo through my own iPhone, which I'm going to project on the screen through screen mirroring software. Let's start by finding the WorkFlex mobile app icon on my mobile phone and clicking it to access my schedule. So here I am looking at my calendar for the month of February. You can see dark gray dates and light gray dates. Dark days are days that I'm currently scheduled to work, and light days are days that I'm not currently scheduled to work. So if I go ahead and click on February 1st, I can look at the details of my schedule for the day simply by scrolling down. I can also click on Week View to see my work hours for the whole week at a glance. By scrolling down, I can see my shift start and stop times for each day of the week. To change my work hours, all I have to do is click on the crossing curved arrows icon, and I will immediately go to the Change Schedule screen. So here I am looking at my schedule change opportunities on February 1st. By scrolling down, I can see opportunities to add hours, take time off, or request a swap, which is taking time off at a specific time and making up those hours at another time. You can see that the left-hand side of my schedule is either light gray or dark gray. Light gray depicts time slots when I'm off shift, and dark gray depicts time slots when I'm on shift. So you can see here that my shift starts on February 1st at 10 a.m. For time slots that I am off shift, the app will show me opportunities for me to add hours or time on. And when I'm on shift, the app will show me opportunities to take time off or initiate a time slot swap with myself. Let's start by adding hours. You can see here that there are green time slots showing before 10 a.m. This green time is depicting time slots where the projected staffing variance has exceeded a threshold, say 5%, where an extra hour request made will be automatically approved. To extend my workday by an hour, all I have to do is slide my finger from right to left on the 9 to 9:30 slot and the 9:30 to 10 o'clock slot and click on Adjust Schedule, which is showing above in blue, to submit my request. I immediately see a pop-up on my screen that says my schedule request has been approved, and when I click OK, I can see that the 2 time slots I selected are in the process of being added to my schedule. Within a few seconds, I get a text message confirming that my shift has been modified, and as you can see here, the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock slot is now showing dark gray, confirming that my shift now starts at 9 o'clock in the morning instead of 10 o'clock. It's just that easy. I can also use the green time approach to take time off. If I scroll down on February 1st, I can see my schedule currently ends at 7 o'clock, but since I'm coming in an hour earlier, maybe I'd like to leave an hour earlier. It turns out there's pre-approved time off available at the end of my shift. Looking at the top of my screen, I can also see that I have about 29 hours of paid time off available, so I'm going to have a choice as to whether I'd like to take this time off paid or unpaid when I make my request. So let me grab the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock green time off slots. When I click Adjust Scheduled, I'm prompted to select either paid or unpaid time off, and I'm going to go ahead and select unpaid time off and submit my request. Again, you can see that my time off request has been accepted and my schedule change is being processed in the workforce management system. When my schedule has been updated, I get a confirmation text message and can see that my shift now ends at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. You may have also noticed that there are blue time slots in addition to green time slots. Blue time slots indicate that time off or extra hours may be available, but since the staffing variance is below a certain threshold, that the change request will need to be processed manually by a supervisor or workforce administrator. If I look at my calendar for February 2nd, I can see blue time is available before my shift starts at 10 a.m. If I select 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock and click Adjust Schedule, I get a message saying that the change request needs to be approved by a real-time coordinator, and these slots will display as pending approval until they have been approved or rejected. I can also use the mobile app to take time off and make it up at another time in a single transaction. Scrolling down to the end of my shift on February 2nd, I can see that there may be limited time off availability, but since it's blue time, it'll need to be manually approved. So instead of requesting time off, I can request a swap by wiping from left to right instead of from right to left. After selecting the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock time slots as my time off part of the swap, I click on Continue Swap to select the time slots I want to make the time up. I can see that there is swap time available before my shift starts on February 4th, So I'll just grab the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock time and click on Complete Swap to complete the transaction. As soon as my schedule is updated in the Workforce Management System, I get confirmation text messages confirming both schedule changes. This single swap transaction created a double win for my company by reducing my hours during a projected overstaffing interval and adding those hours back in to a projected understaffing interval. Thank you for your time, and as they say, may your workforce be with you.